Hey, what's up, guys? It's it's been a minute. Thought about posting a video many times over the last year, but quite never really felt like the right time to do it. And the main reason for that was I was over the last, probably over the last year, 7 or 8 months of that was spent, you know, really just kind of bouncing off my bottom over and over again, and it was pretty nuts. It was a handful of shots a day. Um, it was pretty bad, and it was particularly scary when I got to the point where it's like, okay, as when you find yourself in that depth, you kind of just was like, okay, let's start simple, let's get through today, and not do anything, and became very clear what kind of position I was in when that was almost impossible. I mean, literally, throwing up in my car on the way to work, um, stomach cramps, you name it. I dug myself in pretty deep and um, was very lost at that point. Obviously, when it's like, okay, what do you do when you can't make it a day anymore? You know. And so, just to be upfront and honest with everybody, I was kind of faced with a couple of choices: either um, go into a detox, which I wasn't really in the position to do at the time, or you know, um, start maintenance therapy, which, considering the circumstances, was the best bet for me. And so that started in June, and I'm not going to get into the nitty gritty of dosages or anything like that, but I've been on maintenance therapy for the last 4 or 5 months, and it's been working very well for me. Now, I must put a disclaimer on this. Obviously, if you're fighting a battle of 6 grams of kratom a day, maintenance therapy is not going to be the best route for you. And I'm sure a lot of people that maybe aren't aware of individual circumstances and stuff like that will look at, like, trading a kratom addiction to going on something like Suboxone is like, trying to end a firefight with a nuclear bomb or something like that. Some people might say it's overkill. In most cases, it is. If you are, one of those people that's struggling on, 12 grams of kratom a day or something like that, yeah, obviously, maintenance is not going to be a better route for you. I would recommend whittling that down as low as you can go, and then jumping. Or if you can't do that, jump at 12 and see how far you get. When you're one of those people that's on multiple shots a day and is just stuffed to the gills with powder and stuff like that, like I was for a while, it wasn't necessarily a bad call for me because I couldn't, like I said, I couldn't make it a day. Um, but ever since then, and my thinking for doing the maintenance was just trying to get out of the game of it, trying to get out of the ritual of it, trying to get out of that world for at least a while. I mean, in my mind, I was thinking like a year, but I didn't know really how long it was going to go. And so far, that's worked pretty well. The maintenance has gotten me out of the game, has gotten me out of the ritual, has gotten me out of the thinking process of always, kind of working out your next move. It kind of helps snap you out of that. You don't have to worry about that anymore. So overall, it's worked very well for me. Um, that's probably one of the reasons I've stayed away from YouTube, was because I didn't quite know how to, you know, come out with that news. I know the kind of backlash it might draw, but like I said, if you got to take that as a case by case basis, and I'm, even almost half a year into it at this point, I'm still pretty sure I made the right call on that. Um, but still doing therapy, still working on myself as much as possible, still trying to do the next right thing. There has been a lot going on personally as far as uh, family illness and surgeries, and we've even had some family death recently. That's affecting the family. It's not my wife or my child or anybody, but it's someone very close to us that was helping us. And in that aspect, it's been very rough, and that's probably another reason I haven't made videos. You know, whether it's right or wrong, I still feel like if I'm not able to help people, then I struggle to find a reason to come on and show my face and all that. And for a while there, I was really in no position to help anybody. I couldn't help myself, and so that was that was the major reason why I shied away from YouTube. But regardless of whether I can help or not, I figured it's still it still does something by showing my face and explaining what I'm going through and my struggles and all that kind of stuff. I still get messages all the time that still tell me that either it helps or whatever. So that's why I decided to make a video. Sorry if it was a little ranty or a little all over the place. I didn't really think of where I was going to go with it until I turned the camera on, and I just knew I was going to go into it wanting to say hello and that I hope everybody's well and that I miss and love you guys. But that's it for now. Take care.